Hello and welcome back. So this is our second show of our Bank Holiday Monday. I'm so glad you can join us. We are having a fantastic day. It has been so busy. I think everybody has decided to stay home and watch Crafters TV. So it's been so busy and you have been loving our new collection. We've launched it this morning. Well, this is the official launch, but we gave you a sneak peek of it this morning. It's our winter sparkle. I put my blue dress on purposely so that I blended in. I brought my 4 dresses up with me to come away for the week. I thought I'll put the blue one on today because it's all about the winter sparkle. Now, if you watched earlier, you'll have seen our first bundle sold out. But don't worry, don't panic. We have an even busier bundle, an absolutely fantastic bundle. And you're still going to get your 8x8 debt-free downloads. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Now, you can say, Corrine, you weren't over here this morning. Where's Becky? I've let Becky go home. She's gone to do a little bit of shopping, just put her feet up for a few minutes because she's got to drive home later. So we've just given her a few hours off. And I've got somebody else in the studio with me. I've got Sara, fresh from her holiday. I thought I was fresh from my holiday. I'm covered in cobwebs compared to Sara's fresh from her holiday. Hello there.
Well, you know, they say there's no show without punches the nut. And do you know what? I've actually missed, Corrine, the last couple of Sara signature launches. I haven't been around. I haven't actually been in the country for some of the launches. So when it worked out that I wasn't quite in the country for this launch, but I could make it in time for the 2 o'clock show, I was absolutely hot-footing it here. So yes, as Corrine said, I've just got off a plane this morning. I've had my week's summer holiday with the kids. We landed back about 11:30 this morning. I've been had a quick shower at home, fed the kids, and I'm straight over. Now, I have to say, though, I am incredibly disappointed that you guys sold loads of my stock in Wake Up Call this morning. That is not supposed to be how it runs, Corrine. You're supposed to, not just tell everybody, wait and see what happens when Sara gets here. Not buy it now, because it might not be here when she gets here. So, yes, you've had a busy couple of hours, haven't you?
We certainly have. It was really busy. I think it's one of our busiest wake-up calls we've had in a very long time. So what we're going to do is we've got our Sparkle collection still available for you. Sara's going to show you everything that you're going to get in detail, but you can just see a little sneak peek of it down here. But I shall tell you this collection here is, you're going to get 25% off. You're still going to get a lovely, launch day saving. So you're going to get this for £79 or $99. But just ignore that. What you really want to do is look at this price down here, your platinum price, because I know most of you are platinum members, $63.20 or $79.20. So we'll have a look at that. We'll go through that and then we can show you a couple of the extra bits that are still available individually in a separate bundle. So Sara, have you got all the elements to show us what's in this gorgeous Sparkle bundle, please?
Yes, come on. I'll walk you through it. And basically, just so you understand what happens, for those of you that are maybe new to shopping with us or anything like this, a Sara signature range we do every couple of months, and that's a range that I design with the team. When I say I design, Corrine, I have the vision. They do all the, I'm not a drawer or anything, I have the vision for what I want and they bring it to life. And then once a year we do a massive big Christmas range, and this is our massive big Christmas range. Now, the problem with doing a massive big Christmas range is everybody wants a little bit of it. So basically, all of our stock arrived in. We've had stock allocated to HSN. Corrine, I had this on HSN 2 weeks ago. I actually flew out to America to do the shows.
And so you did,
such big shows. This never made it on air. Because so many people pre-ordered it. They had sold out of the mega bundle, they'd sold out of the regular bundle, they'd sold out of all of the extras. It never actually even made, we never even got the samples out of the boxes. It was that busy. I had this on QVC a few weeks ago. My word, thousands of you have already pre-ordered and got stuff, and a lot of you have got it with you already. So if you're someone who has anything from the Winter Sparkle collection already, you've maybe had yours delivered, it's great, because this could be like a mini masterclass or a mini craft along. And because of what we're expecting is we've already had, we always do so many items in a range, and with this one, I always say the only time you're ever guaranteed to get everything in the range is on the day that we launch it. Now, I didn't think by the afternoon that we'd launched it, we'd already have sold out of 3 of the elements in the collection. Once they're sold out, that's the end of it, because we don't repeat any of the designs in a Sara signature. It's all limited edition. So the 12x12 pads sold out, the 6x6 pads sold out, and and then just about 20 minutes ago, the stencil in this collection sold out as well. Now, I've still got that planned in some of my demos, some of these items, so I will still use them for those of you that have them, because I know hundreds of you watching will already have those. So we are going to treat this like a masterclass. But I think the moral of the story is, if there's something that you want, you need to get it as we're going along. Now, what we've done is we did have the mega bundle that was absolutely, that is completely sold out. We now have a bundle of everything that we've got enough stock of, and what we've got is we've got a couple of items that you might want to buy extras of that we've got available individually too. Some of them are in the bundle, some of them aren't. I'll walk you through absolutely everything and kind of explain what's in and what's not. But I think the most important thing to explain is the papers. And I know so many of you were really disappointed that the 12x12 pad and now the 6x6 pad sold out. So what we have done is, for the first time ever, because I didn't want you to be disappointed and not be able to make exactly the cards that I'm doing, is with your bundle, if you go for the bundle today, you will be able, what you'll get is, you will get a downloadable pack of the papers. So it'll be added once you get to the checkout, and it means that for the first time we've done this ever, you'll be able to go and print out all those papers, okay? Now, it is available to buy individually. If you want to just go for the paper download pad as it was, you can buy that on its own. But if you are going for the bundle, it is included as part of your price in the bundle. So you're making the saving on that as well, okay? Now, few things that are really exciting in this new collection that you're seeing for the first time, and I'll be upfront and saying as well, these are the things that are holding up the delivery on the because this is not going to be dispatched from tomorrow, it's going to be dispatched from the end of this week, because these have literally just arrived. They are being unpacked in the warehouse, and as Corrine said, it's a bank holiday weekend here in the UK. So some brand new exciting product. If you bought the bundle when it was on QVC here in the UK, these items are not in that bundle. Where's my glitter paste gone? Down here. These items are not in this bundle, and these are consumable items. So what you might want to do is, I'll pop the details on the bottom of the screen for you as well, because it might be that you want to get an extra set of these, okay? So for the first time ever, we have done this incredible stuff here. Sparkle glitter paste, okay? Now, I've got some amazing demos planned with this, Corrine, and what this is for, if I just show you it on a card here, can you see when you're going to use it on your cards, it's going to give you this lovely kind of sparkle in a three-dimensional paste. I've actually got an amazing project I'm going to do a little bit later. This is just to tease you, to make you stay tuned, but look at this one here, right? This is an amazing little, I've done it onto glass here. So you can see we've used the dark blue onto the glass on there. Now, those are your glitter paste, and then also, can you see around the outside, we've got this lovely kind of shimmer and sparkle. Try to do it without catching the reflection of the lights, not doing it very well. That is from our shimmer sprays. So we're also going to be offering the shimmer sprays. All of these are available individually, but in that consumables collection down at the bottom, it's got all 4 of these elements in. A lot of people are going for the big bundle and adding an extra one of the consumable set. A little bit like how people always add extras of the 12x12 pads. They're adding extras of these because these will run out, okay? Then you've also got the iridescent glitter. So this is a really, really big, I'll just pull this out, you can see it's a really big tub of that iridescent ultrafine glitter that you get in there as well. And your Winter Sparkle Silver Gilding Flakes set. So you get the adhesive, you get the little brush that, the little sponge to clean it off with, and the adhesive in there. So all of that is coming in your main bundle, but it is in that extra collection as well, okay? So that's what I kind of wanted to, I'll just tidy you up in a second. That's what I wanted to explain first, okay? Now, we've also got loads of exciting other things in here, like, I don't think I've got a little board of these, I thought I did have. We've got some extra ribbons. Some beautiful little ribbon sets. We've got some sequins in this pack. So this is me board. You will get a nice little packet with the sequins in. You've also got the chunky glitter, which is brilliant if you want to add a little bit of sparkle into some of your shaker cards. We'll be doing a shaker card a little bit later. So all of these are in the bundle as well. Then if I show you the die sets that we've got too, we've got this beautiful big corner die. So that's your big snowflake corner die set. We've got a cutting die here. So this is a little bit like a creator card, Corrine, where it's going to cut in and leave that included. So the cutting die is part of this. You've got this wonderful big snowflake. I can't wait to demonstrate this later. This is basically a half of a snowflake die, which you can use to create your element with your Happy Christmas and that you then stamp in the middle. I'll be doing a demo on that a little bit later on. We've got the stamp set that goes with this. And then we've also got the A4 luxury linen card pad, okay? Now, this has sold out individually on its own, so the only way to get the card pad is within the bundle. That is limited to just within the bundle. Everything else that I'm showing you, it's all available individually, or there's that little bundle of the extras, okay? Now, a couple of other elements, and these are selling out as we're getting to them. So chances are, if there's any of these that you want, you're going to need to check your basket out before we get into the first demo, but I will walk you through them, okay? We have got a bundle of vellum and acetate. So beautiful vellum and acetate. There is your vellum and acetate set. So what you get in here is 12 pieces. It's all 8 by 8. You get 6 of the vellum, 6 of the acetate in there, okay? We have got a little set of the charms. So if I just show you one of the demos I'm going to be doing a little bit later. This is fabulous. This can't wait to do this one for you. Can you see how we've got like the little snowflake charm on the end of the ribbon? So that is the ribbon that comes included in the set, and then those are the little charms. So those charms are not in the bundle, guys. If you want the charms, and again, you might want to get 2 or 3 sets of them. There's 10 in the bundle. You can go for those individually. Same with the vellum. I'm going to tell you, if you want to order a few of them, you're more than welcome to order a few of them. It just means they'll sell out faster, okay? Then we've got the individual snowflakes. Again, those are limited now, so they're not available in this bundle. They're available as an extra. And we have not many left, but we do have a few of the snowflake edgeable, right? So this is officially limited stock. By the time I get to demo this a little bit later in the show, this probably going to have gone, okay? So just to confirm, the items that are not in the bundle that you might want extra: the edgeable die, the individual snowflake die, the charms that you might want multiples of, the vellum that you might want multiples of. You've got that the rest. The rest is in the bundle. I've got 2 little piles. Corinne, I'm going to send you over the 2 little piles so that you can keep everybody right. I wanted to take that time to explain to everybody, and also to say I cannot magic more out of thin air. I know a lot of people were hoping when I got here I might be able to do something. When I found out at the weekend that we were not going to have stock of the 12 by 12, but I thought we'd have plenty of stock of the 6 by 6. When I found out we weren't going to have stock of the 12 by 12, I did insist that we make that download available. So huge kudos to the team for managing to make that functionality available on the website. But you know what it's like. I always say it's not a special limited edition if I then just keep making it over and over again. So if you want to be one of the handful of people that get to have the Winter Sparkle collection, pretty much today's the day, because I cannot see this being on any other shows after today.
No, I think absolutely. It has been so busy. Now, a fifth of stock, 20% of that Winter Sparkle collection has gone. So that's the one that you're going to get with all of those elements, apart from the 4 that Sara showed you. And it's going to include the... So it's going to include the consumables. I was trying to get... So you're going to include the consumables. So if you wanted to add that one in as well, then add those in as extras.
Get more! Get more!
Thank you very much. So if you want this one here, I've got this here. So this is your Winter Sparkle collection, £79 or $99. Or if you're Platinum member, it's $63.20 or $79.20. So yeah. Absolutely that. Now, if you did see shows earlier, you'll have seen that I often brought in some ink pads, and there are certain ink pads that are going to work with this collection. So we've put together a special bundle for you that is just all about the ink pads. So we've got water reactive and quick dry in here. So let me just go through these. Let me see. These are all water reactive. So why does it say quick dry on there?
There are.
Because these are all... Let's just see how these are. So we have Midnight in your water reactive. You have your Spar Blue. So it's sort of a very pale bluey grey. We have the Twilight Grey, which is there. Then we have the Baby Blue. Then we have the Ocean Blue. And now... these should be quick dry and the Oasis. So what they've done is they've given me the wrong ones there. I will change those before...
I'm coming.
Before we get to the next one.
What were the two quick dries?
Ocean Blue and Oasis. Have you got them for me?
When they come back, Corinne, nobody will ever know.
No, they'll never know. There you go.
Know.
Right, okay.
Glamorous
so you're going to
assistant.
I love this. I've got the boss running round after me. This is brilliant. So Ocean Blue and Oasis will be in your quick dry, which is brilliant because you've got stamps. This means you can do your stamping brilliantly. And then we'll go water reactive, Baby Blue, Twilight Grey, Spa Blue and Midnight, and they're all the perfect colours to go with this collection. Remember edging them, going around the edges so you don't see your whites, you know, blending them in. Perfect, going to work really well with those pastes, going to work really well with the sprays, even with those glitters as well. Now, Sara said to me, this is going to be so much busier than this morning's show, and I really think it is. So we've got Sarah Brown from Australia, we've got Lynn Harvey. I'm just going to list them off because there's lots of messages. We've got Diane, we've got Lisa, we've got Val Lloyd, Lily Crafts, Deborah Spencer, Laura Gray, Fred171, Linda Ryan. We've got England and America and all the way in between. We've got Kate from California, Beth Valone, Deborah Edwards, Rachel Brown, Miriam Robinson, Jill B and Angie Pierce. Now, if I didn't mention you, I'm sorry, but welcome to everybody that is watching. So this is absolutely brilliant. So, oh, look at this. Oh, she means business.
She means
business over there. Yes, she wants to protect that lovely little dress.
Yeah, I did think after I got all the messy craft stuff out.
I wore the navy dress because then I knew I wasn't going to get it marked. You see, I thought this through. I put navy dress. Sarah came in the white dress. So now she's put her apron on. She's put her pinny on. And she's got a determined look in her face.
As well. This could be interesting. Listen, if there's something you all really want to see as well, I am here, guys, for the next couple of hours. Just ask. Right? I've got all the kit, I've got everything to go on. If there's something in this range that you really want to know how to do, just ask in the comments and I'll do my best to accommodate. I've got some
I'll pass on the message.
Demos planned. Right. Now, the stencil. This was going to be my first demo because we knew it was on the verge of selling out. It's actually sold out. So let me know in the comments if you've already got the stencil. What I am going to do is show you some best practice on how best to use this stencil, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm using a little bit of just the linen blue cardstock. Now, the cardstock is only available in the kit, guys. But let me just show you the best way to hold the stencil down while you're working through it is with a little bit of our repositionable adhesive. So generally what I do is I just give it a bit of a shake and hold it behind me. So that all I'm doing is kind of spraying. I'm just going to wait. Here she is. There we go. Just going to spray to get us into the background. Sorry, Pooh Charlotte, I should have told you what I was doing, shouldn't I? Pooh Charlotte, our lovely director, is trying to follow me and I'm all over the place here. But what you need to do when you do this is just give it a bit of a shake so that what you're doing is you're letting the, in the can, you've got the particles of the actual adhesive and then you've got the propellant, which is what throws it out the can. So if you wait 30 seconds, all the propellant evaporates into the air and you're left with just the adhesive. So never spray and then put it straight down, okay? So if I go into here like this, what you want to do is use a palette knife to then scrape it through, right? If you don't have a palette knife, which me and Corinne both forgot our palette knives today, and because we've never had glitter paste here at Crafters TV before of our own, we've never ever before held the stock for it. So let me just show you, we're going to improvise. And instead of using a palette knife, which is great, because if you don't have one at home, then you can also use the same technique that we are. You can use, we're rather innovatively using a bone folder, aren't we, Corinne?
We are. Yeah, that's how I did it this morning, and it worked perfectly.
So if you have I'll show you up close here. That is basically the glitter paste. Now, do not worry. I might show them on the close-up cam. Oh, bless her. Right, I'm trying to get... So can you see it looks a little bit like snow, but it's actually quite pliers. I know a lot of you might have not used this before. And all I'm going to do is scrape it through the stencil, and then you can scrape off the excess. So don't worry.
It's very economical to use, isn't it?
It is, because any that you don't use, can you see I'm scraping it all back up afterwards. Now, I've seen glitter paste from other companies, but we've never ever had the facility to be able to make our own before. So I'm quite excited that Leanne has found some factories that we can work with who can make glitter paste exactly to the specification that we want, to the quality that we want to work with, so that I can start and include them in things like my Sara Signature collections. So it's a wonderful product to work with. So look at this, all I'm doing is we've got the glitter paste in. I'm going to go through and scrape off all the excess, and then all of this is just going to go back into the pot. So you're really not wasting any at all, okay? I'm going to put the lid on that pot. We'll use some of the other colour a little bit later as well in the show. And then what you'll do is you'll just peel the back of this off so that we get that lovely paste left in.
I love the iridescent, because it's what it is. You see the colour of your project below, don't you?
It's fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, can you see these little bits of glue that I've got in here? This is just the excess of the, where we had the adhesive on there. What I would do is I would wait until your glitter paste is dried before you rub that off. That will, because it's the spray adhesive, don't worry, that won't go hard on here, and it just all rubs off. Here's the one that I've got that I've left to dry. So you see it's exactly the same. Now look, once it's dry, the intense sparkle.
I should say it looks more intense, doesn't it?
Brilliant.
What would you say,
gorgeous.
30 minutes to make it touch dry, I would say?
I would say so. I like to do mine and leave them a couple of hours if I'm before I put them on my projects. That's why I've prepared this one in advance. But I think they just look brilliant. So that is there. And then look, what I'm going to do is I've just gutted out a little bit of white card behind, Corrine, and I'm just going to matte and layer it onto the back of here. Now,
Perfect.
Go on.
Makes it just pop, doesn't it, having the white as well? Really makes, it just gives you that lovely border.
And I've been quite sparing with the cardstock because it isn't available individually. It's only available in the bundle, but the colours are wonderful to work with, to use in conjunction with the collection. So I think it's a really nice addition. So there's the glitter paste, and that's how we're going to use the glitter paste. Now let me show you what I've done for the base card, right? I've done myself a nice big folded in half card. And then instead of trying to use a really long piece of cardstock to do a double tent fold, I've just done a separate little bit that's going to clip onto the bottom. So it's always a good tip that. And then to make it stick really, really well, watch what I do. I put tape along the bottom of this one. And I also put tape on the bottom of here.
Right,
so that what you do is you're sticking tape to tape. And then if you just wedge this into here, that is going to just pop under there. And then you've got that little card with a little bit extra on the front of it here. All right, so we've got like a double, little 10-fold card with a little step on the bottom.
Exactly, and if you've only got A4 card, you can even make the tent in two pieces.
Yeah, perfect. And a lot of people don't carry the larger size cardstock, but at least this way you're not using too many sheets or too much of it, okay? Now, one of the other items that I will tell you are going to sell out on its own is the edgeable, okay? So if I just get myself the edgeable, let me just show you, it's a beautiful die here. And what I've done is, where's my card gone? I've just put it down somewhere. Here it is, right in front of me, right? Look at this, I've cut myself a piece of card, and I'm just going to cut this the same width and connect it on the top of there, okay? So I'm just going to put, I must move this, Corrine, before I get some glitter paste all over. So I'm going to hold this in place while I'm sticking and cutting, Corrine. If anybody's got any questions, let me know. I'm happy to kind of take anything as we're going.
No, lots of people are saying hello. I've got Sandra saying so glad she ordered this earlier and she got the full bundle. Now, you were saying about earlier, I was looking back. Andrea Floyd says, good morning. I have the mega collection from HSN and I've cut out those snowflakes from my great-grands to use as ornaments and put on the window. She told us that this morning and I remembered it was there. So if you have already got the bundle, brilliant. Whether you've got it QVC, HSN, wherever you go, we'd love to know what you think of it. You know, have you made anything with it, or are you waiting for today for a little bit of inspiration and then you're going to perhaps make something afterwards? We'd love to know which way you're going. You know, have you got it, or which bundle have you gone for? Did you get in this morning and get the mega bundle, or have you just bought our sparkle bundle? Have you added in the extra consumables?
There'll probably be a lot of people actually, Corrine, that have maybe bought this on HSN and never seen it. Because it didn't make it to air. They just bought it because they knew it was going to sell out. So let me just show you a nice trick with this one here, Corrine, before I kind of get going a bit too long. Oh, go on, have you got a question?
Yeah, no, Susan said she'd never used glitter paste. It looks so easy and amazing. Thank you. There's nothing complicated with them, is there?
No,
it really isn't.
Not at all. Watch, I'm going to use a little bit of this sparkling shimmer spray as well now, but I'm not going to spritz it on, Corrine.
All right.
I'm going to pop it down here onto my glass mat, and then I'm just going to work with a little paintbrush, and I'm actually going to paint it on. Just to get like a nice, lovely, like sparkle effect on the end. So all I'm doing that, there we go. I'm going to just pop this down and then just paint right over.
You know, if you want this, if you put glistening border dye into the search engine, the search bar, that'll bring it straight up for you. But please be quick, because it's dropped out of our shop the day, but it really is selling out so fast. And as you can see on the screen, it already says limited stock. So please don't hesitate. Doesn't that look gorgeous? I love the way you've just taken it down a little bit.
It's lovely, isn't it? And again, so I've got one that's dried. If I just show you my one that's dried, I'll show it to the camera so everybody can see. I'll show you to the front camera. So you can see it's got that little bit of sparkle. What it does is, might be hard for you to catch it there on the camera. It kind of looks almost a little bit like a Centura pearl.
Yeah.
You know, we have a Centura pearl. It's like got a Centura pearl finish to it. And then all I've done is taken a little bit of the paper. Now, here's the thing, guys. If you missed me explaining this earlier, because I know we get new people kind of joining the show all the time, right? The 12 by 12 pad sold out, and the 6 by 6 pad is also sold out. So what we've done is, first time ever, we've made the Glistening Snowflake paper pad available as a download. So you can buy the download individually on its own if you want to. So that it's available for purchase. Now, obviously, you don't get a physical product in the post.
Yeah.
What you do is you get like a link, and then once you check out, it emails you the link with the link to download it on, okay? Now, if you are going for the bundle, you will automatically get it included in with your bundle, so don't worry. I've made sure, just like we would normally put the paper pad in, paper pad sold out, so we are going to be doing that link. And it means that if you've got things like look at them, I mean, they're beautiful. Now, we give you them as an 8 by 8 paper pad. However, if you want to size it up, if you've got a 12 by 12 printer, you can obviously then size it and print it on 12 by 12. The reason we did it as 8 by 8 is I know a lot of you will only have printers that can print A4
Yes.
or US letter size. So the extra there is if you do have the 12 by 12 printer, you are going to be able to go and print all of your own designs on there as well.
Has that been edged with the midnight ink?
It has indeed been edged with a little bit of midnight ink. Doesn't it just lift it up?
Just
to be
lifts
honest,
it, doesn't
Corrine,
it?
I've edged everything that I've done with midnight ink. And it's just with one of the ink pads that we've got in the collection, and it just makes such a difference.
It does, doesn't it? It looks beautiful.
Right, you know how we did the, we painted the base of this, or watch, I'm going to do the same with this one here. If I just take that paintbrush here and just paint that over all the background, what we can do is we can create ourselves our very own baby blue cardstock to then do your die cutting from. Now, my recommendation would be is paint your cardstock first. Yes, you use a tiny little bit more product, but then you will get an all-over nice base of blue, right? So if you leave that to dry, once that dries, again, I'll show you this one to the front. This is the one that I've got that's dry.
Oh, wow, look at the shimmer.
See the shimmer and the sparkle on
Beautiful.
there, right? So that then when you take your snowflakes and run that through your die cut machine, so I'm trying so hard to keep clean, Corrine. You know what it's like over here,
Don't worry, you should have seen it. I did give it a really good cleaner when I left the area earlier.
You did do good, it was nice. It's not usually that clean, I'll be really honest. I always complain at the team for not, I'm the only obsessive one that likes me base mats also clean.
Yes.
So look at this one here. I've cut the large, the medium and the small snowflake once into the linen white and then once into the blue shimmer sparkle that we've got. So all I'm going to do is put the card together. As long as they can see what I'm doing, Corrine.
Yep.
Again, I'm happy to take questions or whatever it is as we're going.
Absolutely. We've had a few comments. Miriam says, has anyone tried glitter paste on black chalk card? The iridescent glitter paste would look amazing on black, wouldn't it? Because it would really, really make that
We can
pop.
try it if you want. We can do all of this
we can have a try in a few minutes. But I mean, you can see the effect it's had there on the navy, so try that on black as well. So somebody's asked, have Cece had less stock of this paper pad than the other Christmas pads? No, I don't think we have. I just think
exactly
it is
the same.
As Sara said, we've had so many places where it's already been to that it's just sold out so quickly.
To be honest, Corrine, we've had the same amount here on Crafters TV as we always have.
Yeah.
It's just so many of you have pre-ordered it already.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We can't, sorry, I'm trying to talk to you and clear up my glue at the same time.
I think there's still some in the little syringe. I left it out for you.
Did you?
Yeah.
You did. I've just spotted that, actually.
Yeah.
She left it
still had
right
some
here,
in
right
there.
here, so I wouldn't miss it.
There we go.
And then I didn't look at it. Right, watch this. I'm going to go.
There you are. I tried to be helpful.
She was really good, and then there's me there being useless.
There we are. Absolutely beautiful. And I just love how it reflects through with the snowflakes from what you put there, you know, with the stencil as well. Looks so pretty.
It's not, and this is the beauty of this. I'm sure you've all got snowflake dies and snowflake stencils at home, things like that. However, the difference is when it's exactly the same snowflake that you've got in the background, you know, the same snowflake stencil as what you've got in the snowflake die cuts, and they're all designed to work together in the same size and things like that. I think it does make such a difference, doesn't it?
It certainly does. It just gives you that different effect. And I can only apologise. There are so many people writing in saying that they've missed the paper pads and they are so disappointed. I am so sorry. We genuinely have had the stock. It's just, it has gone so quickly. So if you missed it, we can only apologise. I am
so sorry.
what it is
we're realising, Corrine? More and more people these days seem to tune in for Wake Up Call.
Yeah.
And more people, because the Sara signature pads in particular are the ones that we don't ever repeat. We're finding more people are ordering extras of them, so they've got plenty. So yeah, we learn our lesson and we'll order more. The problem is, guys, the stock for this show was ordered 7 months ago.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, we can't. So now we can learn this lesson, but don't think that when I come back with the next Sara signature, I'll miraculously have made all the difference, because that was also ordered months and months ago. So by the time we kind of take a learning from this show, and we're getting more and more new viewers all the time.
Yeah.
So yes, we will absolutely learn, and we'll absolutely make sure that, you know, next year's Christmas range we have a lot more paper pads of or whatever. But at least we've been able to do something and bring you the download.
Yeah.
I think so. At least you'll be able, a lot of people still be able to do something with it. I know not everybody has a printer that they can print like that, but at least you've got the option if you have got a printer, haven't you?
Absolutely good. I love that you've used the ribbon from the collection, because it's all with that iridescent in there. You know, it just all follows through. And that it's what I love about what you've done here is it's the way, not the trick of the eye. So that looks like you've cut that edgeable into the card base,
doesn't it?
But just by cutting it separately, just makes life easier for you. But it just looks so effective. Isn't that beautiful? Now, somebody said, they said earlier that these were, let me get it right, celebration neutral. I think that was the word. Holiday neutral. That's what I loved about it. And Becky was like, oh, she's with me. So it's anything to do with winter. So any of your celebrations that you have, it doesn't have to be Christmas, but any of your celebrations that you have over those frosty months, it's going to be absolutely perfect for you to use. Now, if you want to get our bundle, this is our sparkle bundle, and I've got it all down here now. So a quarter of the stock has gone. It's still going. Now, remember, this is the only place you can get that A4 linen cardstock, if you get that. Now, we've got some gorgeous dies there. We've got that cut-in die that's going to give the panel. We've got the snowflake. Look at that. You've got all of your consumables in there. You've got your texture paste. You've got your glitter pack. You've got your gilding flakes, your shimmer sprays. They're all in there. The, you know, iridescent glitter. They are all in there. Now, if you want those today, your platinum price for those is £63.20 or $79.20. You're still saving 25% at launch, which is a phenomenal deal. But if you want to reinforce this pack, should we say, you can do that by adding in, let me get the consumables, which are your shimmer spray, I'm reading it off so I don't get it wrong, your iridescent glitter even, gosh, I caught Becky's tongue tie there, your glitter pack and your gilding flakes. So those four are going to be, is your consumable collection, and you might want to add those in. Your platinum price for those, as you can see just down there, £27.19 or $31.96. So we'll have a quick break, and when we come back, I'll quickly run through the bits that you need that are only available as individuals. So we'll have a quick look at those. But while you check out, please be quick, because so many people have been caught out today. But here's your chance to check out while you watch our little bit of video.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Our craft experts come from all over the UK to HQ up in the northeast, and here they are telling you a little bit about where they're from and what it's famous for.
So I'm from a beautiful town called Carnoustie. So many people may recognise the town as a golfing town, famous golfing town. We get lots of big golfing events. I can't say that I'm a golfer myself, but we do get a lot of the celebs, golfers, musicians, actors, all of these turning up at the town. For those that aren't into golfing, what I would tend to say is it's sandwiched in between Arbroath and Dundee, so we are quite far up. I love my town. I love where I am now. However, I will say one of the main things that I miss about my hometown, apart from my family and friends, of course, have to say that, otherwise they're going to watch this and be like, where's our mention? It is, of course, the beach. You know, we're right on the River Tay. We've got the gorgeous beach, the sand and the sea. It's absolutely beautiful. It's the one thing that I always make a beeline for as soon as I arrive back home for a little visit.
I was brought up in Colnbrick, which is a little village near Slough, so it's not very exciting, but we do have the third oldest pub in the whole of the UK there, and it's where the Cox's Pippin apple was first invented or first discovered. But I moved to Chiswick in West London about 25 years ago, and I've lived there ever since, and I love it. It's full of, I wouldn't necessarily say celebrities, but TV stars, so it's quite good for celebrity spotting when you're having a cocktail on the high road.
I'm loving all these videos. They've put them all together while I've been on holiday. It was one of the last, I think it was my last day in, or penultimate day before I went on holiday. I was in a room and we did all the filming. So I'm really enjoying watching how these have come together. It's really, really clever. Now, as we promised, here are the pieces that you can now only buy as individuals. So you can get the Snowflake Flurry. You've seen this used and you've just seen Sara use these. So you're going to get the 3 different sizes of Snowflake, which are absolutely beautiful. So that's your Snowflake Flurry. The next one we're going to look at is the glistening border, which is beautiful. Again, limited stock, and you've just seen Sara use this. So maybe you're going to use it as a stencil and spritz through it. Are you going to have it down the side? Are you going to have it on the edge of your boxes? It's entirely up to you how you use that. Now, these are your Winter Sparkle charms. So you're going to get 10 charms in here. So I would really, really think that, advise you to maybe do multiple packs of these. Now, your platinum price for these is $3.99 or $5.56. 40p a charm are these, so maybe you want to be thinking about, your multiple packs. Now, the last thing that we've got, that's the individuals, is your vellum and acetate. So you've got 12 pieces of here, so you've got 6 of your acetate and 6 of your vellum. Now, this one is sealed. Let me see if I can quickly open this at all and show you, because it's absolutely beautiful if you want to pop one of these in. Why, if I can never get into, there we go, got that tape off. Right, so what these are done, I'm making a mess of that, sorry Tracy, sorry Tracy, please don't be cross with me when you're back in. Now look at these, so let me just separate them out. These are your acetates. Look at this, pre-printed with that. I don't even need to put any cardstock behind it, it's so clear. Because sometimes you get a really pale cream that doesn't show up very well. So you get the 2 designs in the vellum. Aren't they beautiful? And then you're going to get the same it's like an emboss on your vellum. So that was your acetate, sorry. Then you've got your vellum. It's like heat embossed. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then you've got your other design, on there. So absolutely beautiful. You're going to use lots of it, little pieces of it, rip and tear it. Maybe that's going to be on your shaker, or is this going to be your box lid? There's loads of different ways, and that is £12.99 or £14.95. Now, half the stock of this has already gone. So again, it's another one that you're going to need to be quick to use. Right, now she's heading over to pinch things from me. What are you after?
Well, I can't find mine one of these.
Well, you're one of those.
So
Do you want
I'll
to
just
borrow
take it,
mine?
yeah.
You borrow mine.
Yeah.
I'll let you have it. I thought it was over there, but never mind. We'll find it
I
later.
think it was. I thought I'd maybe sent you 2 back over. I haven't.
Sarah, I'm getting a lot of comments. Now, I don't know if you remember, we got something on one of the Facebook pages came from Leanne. And she was saying which of the paper pads from Signature Collections and other collections, which we wouldn't normally repeat, did people want repeating? Because she was going to have a look at could they be repeated.
Oh, was she?
She was, yes, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
She might have
So
told you.
I wonder who made Leanne in charge of overruling Sarah's decisions.
Wait.
Look, my opinion is it's only special and limited edition if we don't repeat them.
Yeah.
Do you guys not agree? Is that
Yeah.
what people think in the comments? Like,
But-
that's what I think we should
Based
do.
on the comments, do you think that this paper pad could be one that we could get added to that list?
Look, I mean, I'll do whatever the customers say, because I'll do whatever makes everybody happy. However, that's not what we've done before with Sarah Signatures. However, I do appreciate that there's one thing it being like a limited edition die or stamp set, but with things like the consumables, people do get cross and do want more of the papers.
Yeah.
So if there is a lot of demand for that,
Right.
we could absolutely look into that.
So I need people to come on here and tell us, would we like me to pass on to Leanne via Sarah that we would like this one adding to this? I don't know, this doesn't mean it's going to be redone tomorrow or anything like that, but would we like this one adding to the list? Because I'm seeing quite a lot of comments. Now, 2 comments, one from Mary Lynn, I think Mary-Ann, and one from Katie, both using the same comment basically. Please could you use the blue glitter paste? I'd love to see that, thank you. Or can you demo the gilding paste, please, Sarah? Well, you
Is that
have
the
done a
gilding
bit.
flakes?
Well, it says paste.
Is it the? I wonder if it's
One says the blue glitter paste, and I think the other one means the gilding flakes.
Right,
I
so what
think.
I'll do is I'll do the gilding flakes now,
Yeah.
and then I'll do another demo with the glitter paste, and we'll do it under some acetate. So they can see it on something
Perfect,
different.
perfect.
Sound good?
Hopefully that's sorted everybody, yes.
Good. Well, that was the plan. I've got the gilding flakes kit out. Now, for those of you that haven't used it before, this stuff's amazing, okay? So the actual gilding flakes themselves, if I open the little pot up, you get a tiny little pot in with these. However, it is crammed full to the rafters with loads and loads of the... it's almost like silver leaf,
Yeah.
the way
Yeah.
it applies, okay?
I can't believe you just put the fan on before opening
I
that.
know, I
You didn't
must be
think
an
it through, did
absolute
you?
idiot. I'm just a little bit warm still. This is the special glue, guys. Now, you can use regular glues. However, I like to use this. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to use a little sponge as well, is I'm just going to put a little bit of glue around the outside so that we can have like a little bit of an ethereal effect. So watch on, I'll show you what I mean, okay? So I've popped a tiny little bit on there. This is from the 12x12 pad, by the way, which it sounds like we might have to be redoing. I don't know. We'll see. Less said about that, the better, right? So I'm just going to add a little bit of this to it. But bear in mind, this is available in the download, Corrine. So those of you that kind of want to start with this soon and straight away are able to do that. So I'm just adding a tiny little bit around the outside. Can you see I'm almost doing it, Corrine, like you would if you were doing you'll learn this with me, Corrine. I struggle to talk and demo.
Can't think of the word that you're thinking of.
When we do this with the distressing, with the
Oh, right,
ink around the
yes.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's almost like I'm distressing the edge of my paper.
Yeah.
With the foam. Now, if you're using this foam for applying the glue, guys, don't try and use this same bit of foam for the for the wiping
removing
it
the
off.
excess,
Yes.
yeah.
But a few of you now might have a couple of these little kits that have a couple of bits of the glue in, right? Now, the trick with the glue is you need it to be almost dry, right? So the reason I've done this first is I wanted to give that a little bit of time to dry. Now, in giving it a bit of time to dry, I am going to try and keep my lovely glass mat as clean as possible, all right? Because if it's not dry, all that'll happen is you'll get gilding flakes all over. Now, when I say dry, you're not going to leave it to be totally dry. You're going to leave it to have gone a little bit tacky. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that to one side while I do the next bit of the demo, and then I'm going to come back to that and apply a little bit of the gilding flakes.
Perfect,
Okay?
perfect.
Now, we're still on messy crafting, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use some of these glitter shimmer sprays. And what I am going to do is I'm going to spritz all over the back with the silver. Right, so we've got a lovely kind of silver base as it was. But then I don't want to, oh, you can see that nice there, can't you? I don't want to squirt the blue. I'm going to pop a little bit of it down here.
Right.
And I'm just going to use a little damp brush to pick it up and flick a few bits into the base like this. So we've got like a little bit of a flick effect going on, right?
Perfect.
And then I'm going to leave that to dry. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, no, I could leave it to dry. I was going to say I could artificially dry it, but I can leave that to dry now. That can dry, or if you do want to artificially just give it a little bit of a helping hand.
We're saying it sometimes, it almost keeps it more intense colour if you can let it just dry naturally, doesn't
Dry
it?
naturally. It's always the best too.
Yeah.
The good thing is when you're at home, guys, you're not going to have the pressure that we're under of having to do this on live TV. But you are, and can you see the other thing is it'll start to run a little bit if you force dry it. However, a lot of people like that effect where you kind of chase the ink around a little bit with the heat gun. But I can see now this starting to dry in the background. A couple of little globules. What you'll see is I've planned quite a lot of technique demos for this show, Corrine. So a lot of what I want, which is why I really wanted to come in and do this show, a lot of what I'm wanting to show people are techniques that you probably won't have seen with some of these products before because we've never brought them to you. But when you do, hopefully this will give you loads of inspiration of what you can do with these. The glitter paste and then the glimmer sprays, trust me, I think you're just going to be using all the time, right?
You certainly are.
So,
it's lovely, isn't it, to see something a little bit different.
Really crafty,
really,
isn't it?
really is.
Yeah.
And where are we? Mary Pat 1000 is feeling quite smug because she got her collection from HSN.
Oh, as long as people have got it, I don't ever mind where you get it from, as long as you get it and you're able to work.
And
with
Cheryl
it.
says you don't know how much you appreciate the download for the paper. She did get paper pads from HSN, but of course was planning to buy more. So yeah, this is what it is. It's to supplement what you know, anything that you might have already bought. Look at that. It's magic, isn't it? The way it sticks and then buffs off.
And look at this. I'm using the tiniest little amount, and then what you do rub off, you can pick up and use round the next bit. Okay, so can you see that? I'm just rubbing that off there, and I'm just burnishing all of that off, and then rubbing it down onto the next little bit. And it depends on how much you put on, how much glue you put on, that is, not how much in the way of gilding flakes you put on, as to how deep that border will go onto the base. But I love to do this and add that lovely border onto there like that. And it just, because I did it with the brush, you get that lovely little, it's like not a hard line.
Yes.
Whereas if I'd used my tape pen, for example, I would have got a straight line of the gilding flake.
We often use red liner tape, don't we, for doing gilding
if
flake?
you want a nice...
Works perfectly, but like you say, it's a bit more uniform.
It is. Uniform, that's the word. I think depending on whether you want a uniform or... I love that.
No, that works because that's got that... I don't know what... Yeah, you're looking through and it just looks a lot softer, doesn't it?
It's soft edge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. So then all I'm going to do is I've done a nice base card that I'm going to pop this onto. Oh, update from Johnny there. We're going mental on the gilding flakes and the glitter paste, guys.
Yeah. So there we are. We've. Oh no! Just a minute. We're going to put it on the bottom in a minute. Just hold on a minute. It's just going to change because we've got the same one, top and bottom. Just give us a minute. There we are. There's just consumables. It's just confusing us because there's so many sparkles out there. So there you are, down at the bottom, $33.99 or $39.95, and that is going to get you shimmer spray, iridescent glitter, glitter pack, and gilding flakes. There we go. So that's going to be perfect.
I just think it is the stuff that you will use a lot. Right, look what I've done here. You might be able to see this. I did draw myself 3 faint lines across the middle, and that was just so that I could line all of this up, Corinne. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the snowflake at the top, and I'm going to cut it through once, and then I'm going to do the second layer with the snowflake, but leave enough of a gap in the middle so that we can then stamp the base part into it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Oh, the comments are coming in. Add this to the list of wants to be reprinted. Definitely reprint. Absolutely need more of this paper collection. Please, says Mary Pat. Yeah, absolutely. Shannon loves this centrepiece snowflake. She said it would look nice with the contemporary Christmas set Sarah made a few years back.
Oh yes,
oh,
it would go lovely with it. Let's have a little look. I'm going to be able.
So there we are. Where are we? A couple of people asking about this hanging snowflake, and I'm gonna put it to one side for a minute. I've got it on the counter.
You go while I do this. This next
there
one. You explain.
So this is made from the collection, from the papers. You can see here's the snowflake Sarah's using at the moment. There's those shimmering snowflakes around the edge. I can see shimmer sprays all the way around that. Now, our lovely Liam, and he's even used some of that ribbon, made this, and his blog post. Oh, let me show you how this works. Where on earth is this button for this? There we go. Look at that. Can you see? Can you see the lights? Look at that. I apologise if they're flickering.
Oh, lights coming down.
That. Now the blog post for this should now be live. So if you we've got lots of different. Oh, there we go. There you are, it's on solid now, and then turn it off. So if you want that, go to our blog. It went live 51 minutes ago, so you can see how to make that. He's so clever. He loves doing these. Unfortunately, things like this would be more craft-along projects rather than shows, because it would take so long. But maybe we can have a look and see about making something like this for a craft-along one time, maybe a slightly different shape. But go to the blog, and it's live now, or it should be. Okay, so I hope you enjoy that.
Right, I am stamping. Should we go Happy Christmas or Season's Greetings? I've got Happy Christmas now.
Happy Christmas then.
Happy Christmas. Right, you know that ink pad set that I've done for you?
Yeah.
Right, so that one there I've done, and I specifically, when I put the set together, I specifically wanted to put some of the quick dries in. And these are the ones that are perfect for stamping, right? So if you're going to use them for stamping, do not use the ones that are for like you're distressing around the edges. I'll show you the difference between the two. This one is going to grab and give you a lovely, pristine, stamped image straight away, right? Now watch, if you want it to go a little bit darker, watch what we can do is we can put another layer of the other blue over the top, so that you get like a double inked, and because you've used your 8x8 stamping platform, you know it's going to go on. That's it, look at that. It's like back into exactly the same place.
Perfect.
So those are the ones that you would use for stamping. And then that was you've got the quick dry in the Oasis in the Ocean Blue. And then in the water reactives, can you see I've put you a light blue and a dark blue and a couple of different shades of grey in there. So these are like for your silvery feels. So if I want to go, for example, with a little bit of baby blue, and I'll just get myself a little ink applicator, right? I'll pick that up. This is what I was on about before. If you just want to add a little bit of ink around the outside, so you're just going to, and it just gives you a little bit of depth. Now, the beauty of using your inks in conjunction with the shimmer sprays is that the shimmer is still going to show through.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like, you know, when we have Centura Pearl and we ink over the Centura Pearl, you still see the colour showing through, the shimmer showing through when you add the colour on. It's exactly the same here with this. So just going to go down there.
It really does make a difference, just putting that pop of colour around the outside,
I think it gives it a really nice professional finish. And do you know what? It's not very often in shows. Certainly I don't anyway. I know sometimes when we have our third-party guests come to do projects with us, I'll show you that to the front camera. We don't often have all the crafty products to be able to take the time and teach you those background techniques, like what we've got there with the shimmer all layered up on top of that. So it's just nice to get that out and be able to show you that, okay? And then look what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and I'm going to matte and layer it onto this little bit in the background. Now, when you're doing this, look what I'm going to do. I'm going to add loads of tape around the outside, loads of tape in the middle, And then if you want to just make sure that you've got plenty on for good measure, what you can do is you can always go around these bits with your dotty tape
Yeah,
pen.
perfect.
So if I just show you here, but come into the inside like this so that we don't knock any of the bits. Can you see? So I just pull in like this. We're going to add extra tape right onto the middle where we need it. There we go. And then when I pop that back onto the base here. Now, that there, what I wanted to show you, okay, is that is the base snowflake. However, and I'm not going to sit and do more cutting out, if you use a little bit of the blue from the linen card pack and cut out those snowflakes again, you're going to get this. So watch, I've kept these ones that we cut from this project to use into something when I cut the blue. Keep the blue ones.
Or put your gilding, your glitter paste on, or all sorts would work, wouldn't they?
Absolutely. I mean, the good thing about these is because I use them into the base one, they've already got that lovely kind of special effect on the background of them. So they're already a nice one like that to kind of work with. But if I'm just using the fine tip glue applicator there, this is going to come and sit in the middle, and it's like paper piecing this. Look at that. Just fits perfectly into space. Now, where it doesn't, all you're going to do is ease these little bits back out, okay? So that's just going to ease out there. That's going to ease into the base. Look, can you see there? And then these will just go into the little gaps.
It's got to fit. It just sometimes takes a few minutes.
A little bit of fiddling.
Fiddling to get it in.
But the good thing is that's paper. The beauty about this, and what I like about this is, it's paper piecing, but it's paper piecing kind of the cheap way.
Yes.
Because you're not doing loads of paper piecing. You're just doing one big chunk all in one go. So you're going to paper piece that in. It will take a little bit of time to dry.
And then you still get the blue coming through the gaps.
Yeah. Isn't that clever? So I love that. So there's one, and I'm going to do exactly the same with the other one, and then that's going to go on the front of my card.
Absolutely perfect. So many, I can't even go through all of them. Yes, put the winter sparkle paper on the request list. When these are so beautiful, they definitely need to be repeated. I would definitely like this pad to be added to the list.
Right, I'll do you the deal.
Okay.
Here we go. I've got a suggestion, right?
Yeah.
I understand and appreciate about the limited edition and it's all special and whatever for things like all of the dies.
That's what they were saying on here. The bits that are forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
Yep. So I will not, under any circumstances, be bullied into repeating any of those, guys. I'm just going to tell you now. So if you're watching today and there's something you really want, whether it's the stamp sets, whether it's the dies, whether it's, embossed, whatever it is, but I will see how quickly we can get some more of that paper ordered.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
Everybody would be so grateful for that. That's, definitely. I don't think I've ever seen so many
in the meantime,
comments.
you will have the download.
Yes, in the meantime, you've got the download.
Because I won't be able to get that super quick.
So if you want the download, the way to get the download is to get this collection that's on the screen now. So this is your Winter Sparkle collection, and this comes with your free download. This today is £79 or $99, but if you're a Platinum member, it's $63.20 or $79.20. Let me tell you what you're going to get in this. I'm going to surmise them. You're going to get the corner die, you're going to get the cut-in panel, you're going to get the snowflake stamp and die, which Sara's using there, you're going to get the stamp set, you're going to get the A4 linen card, because that can't be got anywhere else. So just remember, when that's gone, it's gone. You're going to get the chunky glitter, the sequins, the ribbon, the shimmer sprays, that's 2 of them, iridescent glitter, glitter paste, again 2 of them, the gilding flakes and the glue and the sponge, and you're going to get the 8x8 download. So this is phenomenal value. You're saving 25%. You're going to get the 8x8 download, and then if we can get the papers redone, they will be done, and you'll be able to just to top up in due course. So please think on. Now, the other one I would push you to do, if you are thinking about it, is to get some of our individuals. Well, first of all, we could, if you want the vellum, That's 70% gone. So
We're
if you
not
want that-
repeating the vellum before anybody asks.
No, the only one that's possible is the 12 by 12. You're going to get 12 sheets, 6 acetate, 6 vellum. They are £12.99, £14.95 or £10.39, £11.96 if you are a platinum member. The other ones that you need, if you want, that you can get individually are your glistening border die. If there's any left, I know that was limited stock last time we called, so Jenny, have we still got the glistening border die left? Oh, handful left, not very many of those at all. The snowflake flurry, which is another one. Oh, just a minute. So I'm going a bit faster than poor Charlotte can keep up. There you are, snowflake flurry, that's there. That's £7.99 or £10.36 if you're a platinum member. That's those 3 snowflake dies, if you remember there. And then the other piece is the charms. 10 charms. Now remember, if you're a platinum member, they work out at 40 pence per charm, or 55 cents if you're over in the US. Now you can see on there, Sara is adding on her sequins, and those come in the bundle. So if you want those, they will be in your sparkle collection. So you know, everything that you've seen on here, I'm thinking, is yes, everything that you can see so far, obviously apart from the papers, but you'll get those as the downloads, have come out of this sparkle bundle. So you know, if that's what you want to, how you want to make this, that is so pretty. It's really, really striking effect.
Lovely. I've got one last little technique I want to show you.
Okay.
Watch this, right? A little bit of my blue on the edge.
Yeah.
Your white snowflakes that you do, you can take them and just dip the tips in.
Oh wow.
Right? Just to get tiny little blue edges on the ends of your snowflakes. So it just adds like a really nice little finishing touch like that to it.
Will make them pop, won't it, on the
It'll
background?
Yeah, really make them jump off the page as it was. So you set pop them down, and it's just going to match in. Well, what you should do really is wait for them to dry. But you can get the idea there, and you can see how it's just giving you that little bit of a pop on the edge there.
Absolutely perfect. Now, just moving away from this show a little bit, Shannon has said, Sara, can I ask what the new show, Beautiful Beginnings, is airing on Wednesday? Well, I can actually answer that. It's the new name for one of our shows. It is Beautiful Beginnings is all about starting from scratch with a collection. It's all about for maybe some, you know, perhaps a little bit more simpler projects for you to make with our collections. So I've got quite a few shows. I'm doing those on Wednesday morning. I can't remember which collections I've got on there, because, yeah, I'm going through them all. But if you want to tune in, it's just a new name for one of our shows. It was it was Creative Cravings, that's the right one.
Yeah.
It's now been renamed to Beautiful Beginnings.
Just
so
a lot of people didn't realise that Creative Cravings was like our beginner show for newbie people as well, and it's where we do a lot of our techniques and explanations. So we thought we'd give it a new name so that everybody knows what they're looking for.
Yes, there we go. There we are. Right, so absolutely perfect. Sorry, Sara, I distracted. Look at
No, you
that
were absolutely
card.
fine.
Isn't that
do you know, it's
beautiful?
lovely to be able to do such in-depth technique demos. I've got loads more stuff to still show people. The good news is, guys, we're only halfway through the show. We are way more than halfway through all of the stock, but we are only halfway through the show. So I've got loads more techniques to show you after the break. Just as an explanation for those who weren't here at the beginning of the show, I did explain at the top. So with all of the Sara Signature collections, they are all limited edition, so we only do one production run of everything in the collection. Now already we've had 3, maybe 4 sellouts in the range now. So we have got the kind of collection that we've got, the details on your screen, which has the majority of all of the elements that we have available in the collection. There are a couple of other individuals still available, and actually, Corrine, can you just hold up the ones that people need to get if you need to get extras? So if you go for the big bundle, you might want to get the vellum pad as an extra.
The vellum.
You might want to get some of the charms as an extra. Go on, I'll let you show Corrine.
There you go.
She's
There's the
coming
vellum.
on. So you
There's
might want
the
the
vellum.
vellum, you might want the extra charms.
Yep.
You might want the edgeable, which is the glistening border.
There we go.
And we have got the snowflakes
There we go.
individually
So
as
that's
well.
the border.
Right?
And then The snowflake
So
flurry.
those are the 4 extras. So all I would
Yeah.
say is if you're going for the big bundle, usually the big bundle is everything we have. However, it's not quite in this case, it's everything plus those 4 items. Because if we put those 4 items in, they would sell the bundle out. So we've had to keep them out of the bundle. A lot of you are going for the big bundle and buying the extra set of consumables because you will run out. I mean, I'm already quite way down my shimmer sprays. You will run out of the glitter paste the more that you're using it. You will use the gilding flakes. So all of those are in your extra additional bundle. So if that's something that you want to add in because you know you're going to use a lot of those, the next demonstration I'm going to do after we come back off the break is I will show you how to use that glitter paste onto some acetate or glass so we can see how to do it on there because it will go into all these different surfaces. Loads more techniques to show you. However, what I will say is the way we are headed is the stock of this bundle will probably sell out in this show. Right? If it's not in the show, it will be today. And that will be the end of this bundle. And then that will mean another 4 or 5 of the items in the collection have sold out. So then when you see this on Second Chance Sunday later in the week, it'll be a tiny weeny bundle of just whatever we've got left, basically. And we did order loads more of all the consumable stuff because we knew people would be buying 2 and 3 of these. So if you want the things like the die sets that we've got, the stamps, those are only available in that bundle. Well, you can pick and choose if you want to go for individuals. However, I will say when the bundle's gone, the bundle is gone. So I would urge you, if there's something you want, get it checked out. The chances are that vellum is going to sell out possibly in the... Should we... Right, so the vellum is probably going to be one of the first things to go. Those charms, people are buying 2 or 3 sets of them. I would suggest getting those checked out. We will give you a bit of a break. Oh, there's less than 30 left of the glistening border. When we really honest, that's snowflake edgeable. So if you want to go and get your basket checked out so that you can come back, basically the second half of the show now I'm going to do is an even more in-depth masterclass with more tutorials. And it's better to be watching that knowing that you've got everything than to miss out. So, do you think we should let them go for a break, Corrine?
I think we should. Yes, we shall have a quick break. I want to quickly ask Sara a question, and then we will come back after we've had a look at this. And Sara's, like she said, she's going to use those pastes because that actually answers quite a lot of questions that I've not yet had time to read out, and people asking how to use them. So we'll show you that after the break. You check out in the meantime, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You're all our time with each other! You're not through to boot camp. Get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
Many of our viewers bring up time and time again, and that's our wax seal gate. Thinking, Joe, it might not work as well because I've put too much. Joe's laughing. Oh, I've forgotten to put me thing in place. Oh, Joe.
Words, but I think that doesn't engage with that and can come out all wrong. Water.
That wasn't the one you just washed your brush in, was it?
Sorry. Yes, but it doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't, was it? It was. Are you kidding?
I'm going to have to say, it's a slip of the tongue. I'm going to say it's maybe to do with my Scottish accent. I'm maybe going to say it's because of Mr. Ben Mosby. He is, well, yeah, he doesn't help matters.
Well,
yeah, eat shortbread and eat the queen. Eat...
I've made pots that have exploded when I fired them. I've done zips in inside out. It happens to everybody.
We've all spilt our glitter all over our project or knocked the water over.
You're right.
I've just noticed I've got my dress on inside out.
So I was messing about doing some backgrounds with the sparkling, took the lid off it and managed to catch the pot somehow, and the whole thing came towards me, down my front, across my lap, onto the floor.
Went to reach for the water and, you know, do the tapping with the and so there was less tapping and more sort of a tsunami. I've got some...
Oh, it's not on your project, is it?
Yeah.
Oh no!
We all giggle when we watch those. Poor Michelle. I would never recognise her with her hair. It was lovely, wasn't it? All that red hair. And there's me with my dress. Do you know what? Every day when I come in, I sit on the sofa ready to, you know, when we do wake-up call, the first thing I hear in my ear is your dress on the right way out today, Corrine? Yes, I check every day now that it's not on inside out. Although I think I did something on holiday, I put that on inside out as well. If I take my glasses off, I'm as blind as a bat. I'm blind as a bat. I'm going to quickly answer the question. So, Terry Anderson says, will the grey water reactive, this is ink pad, under the baby blue water reactive behave like Leanne's tip with the alcohol markers? No. Leanne's tip works because they are alcohol markers. The ink pads are water reactive. So because they're water based, you can't use the grey to darken the baby blue. Is that the right colour? Yeah, the baby blue. The grey won't, you'll just create a different colour. So you're not going to get that same effect. You might create a lovely different colour, but it's not going to work like Leanne showed you with the blending with the alcohol pens, because that works because it's alcohol. So I hope that helps, Terry. Yeah, but we're just showing you that. So many people are loving that card, Sarah. They thought that was absolutely gorgeous. There were some beautiful techniques on there. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Everyone is loving the colours of these, and they're loving the fact that they can download the papers. So many comments. I've got more. I think I've had more comments today than ever. So just before we go into the next collection, I'm going to show you the consumable collection, because this is really busy. Now, if you buy, I'm going to sneeze. If you buy our Sparkle collection, which I've got here, all of these elements will come in this bundle. But they are all consumables, as it says there in the name, consumable collection. So this means that they will run out if you keep on using them. So you are going to get your gilding flakes, your iridescent sprays, you're going to get your glitter paste, and you're going to get your iridescent glitter as well. So you're going to get, so the iridescent glitter, this is a really, really fine glitter. In the big one, you're also going to get your chunky glitter. This is it's called chunky glitter in the other collection, but it's still finer than, I think, than the Enchanted Dreams chunky glitter. So it's slightly different.
Yes,
so
it is.
Yeah.
That was me brief.
That was your brief.
I tell you what, to come into something when you're specifying the width of your chunk on your glitter, that's where we get to. I'm specifying the width of the chunk.
Yeah. Yeah, so Enchanted Dreams is chunky. This is just chunky.
Yes.
There we go, I've got it.
We'll
Right, so if you want these four, you can get these today for £27.19 or $31.96 if you are a Platinum member. So those are your consumables. Now, if you want those, but you want a lot more as well, then you might want to go for your Winter Sparkle. So what you're going to get, half the stock. Bear in mind, we started an hour ago with 20% of the stock gone. It's going fast. So you're going to get your A4 linen cardstock. Remember, this isn't available individually. If we put this individually, it would sell the bundle out, so we've only got this in the bundle. You're also going to get the said chunky glitter. There we go. So you get 50 grams. I was thinking it said 50 pieces. That was my eyesight. You're also going to get your sequin pack, and you've seen those on my demos, on Sarah's demos. It just gives that extra lift. You're also going to get your glitter ribbons, which are absolutely beautiful, and you've seen those all over. You're going to get your Winter Holiday Wishes, which is all your sentiment. I love the font, and they're so legible. Look at this. So easy to read. But some of these are Christmas, some of them are like holidays. Then you've got, you know, snowflakes are the fairy dust of winter. Again, they're just going to last. It's that holiday neutral, isn't it? You're also going to get your majestic snowflake, which you've just seen used, and you get the stamps to go with that as well. You're going to get your winter frost, which is your border, and you're going to get your corner dies as well. So it's not just a corner die, it's all the extras. Now, have I mentioned everything? I think I have, because don't forget, you still get that consumable pack comes within here as well. Oh, I have forgotten something. Your download, your 8x8 download. Now, if you are at all computer savvy or you've got any computer software, you're going to be able to resize those. You're going to be able to change the colours of them. You're just going to be able to do so much with those. And you're going to get all of that today for that platinum price of £63.20, $79.20. I'm going to breathe and let Sara show us how to use those glitter paste, because we've had so many requests. Blue glitter paste, or how to use it on glass or acetate, please.
Well, we'll use the blue glitter paste. I've got glass and acetate. I'm going to use the shimmer sprays. I'm going to bring in the gilding flakes. I'm going to make a 3D object. Not very often I get it. We're going to do a little bit of mixed media home decor. And do you know what we can do, Corrine? Just for the icing on the cake, and I hardly ever am allowed to do this. We will wrap this up in bubble wrap and send this out to somebody in the comments.
Perfect.
So if you have been, Corrine tells me this is the busiest show she's ever been on in terms of comments. All the comments we've had already, plus all the ones we're going to get in the next hour, I will get, is it Susie on the socials?
I think it is,
I will get the lovely Susie she's struggling to keep up. Susie will help Corrine pick a winner at the end of the show. So this that I make, even if it wins demo of the show, I will put it to one side and it will still get sent out to whoever.
That's perfect.
Okay?
Okay,
right.
thank you.
So this is just one of those little cheap frames. I mean, I don't know about you, Corrine, I do loads of projects with these, so I go through tons of these. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to take the back out, right? Yeah. And I'm going to do a little bit of work on the inside first of all. Now, look at this. Am I going to be able to cut this? No, I'll just clean up afterwards. I'll get the glass dirty and then I'll clean up, because I don't think the glass comes out of this one. Does the glass come out of it? No, it doesn't come out of this one here. Right. Okay. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to start off by spritzing with the lovely iridescent silver one. Right. So all the way around with the silver, and I've got loads of spray on here as well. I love it like wet. I love that really wet look. And then I'm going to go into the corner, just the very corners. No, let's turn it round, Sarah, otherwise we're going to get it on the frock, aren't we? There we go, into the very corners with this. Now, while that is there, I'm going to leave that to dry a little bit, Corrine, because I don't want to move it. I don't want to chase it around with the glitter. With the glitter. I don't want to chase it around with the, what's the word I'm looking for? Heat gun. Right. However, we do need to make sure it's off here, because we want to make sure that whoever gets this home is absolutely thrilled with it. Right, so there we go. Oh, it's lovely stuff. Do you know what I would do as well? I would use my kitchen roll for picking up all the excess like this, and then what I would do at the end is I would use that for die cut pieces. You know, I don't know about you, Corrine, do you ever use them for like little die cut flowers and stuff?
Oh, always.
Yeah, they're lovely for little die cut flowers. Yeah. Right, so just at the corners, nice and cleaned up there. There we go. Right, so I'm just going to have to leave that one to dry. And while we're leaving it to dry, perfect, into the corner, you can go and rest on there. I'll do a bit of a clean up. I'm going to get in so much trouble off Jake for making a big mess, aren't I? Just see, you're only seeing what's on here. It's all this stuff in the background that I'm going to get in trouble. We'll clean that up later, right? So what I'm going to do is, I've got a little bit of acetate, which I've cut to the same size as this background piece. I'll leave it on there, guys, just so that you can see it. Right? Now, here is my snowflake stencil, all nice and clean, because I cleaned it off in the break. Perfect. And all I'm going to do, remember what I showed everybody before, is you're just going to take a little bit of the stick and spray, give it a bit of a shake, and then just behind you, I generally hold it, and just give a tiny little bit of a spray like this. Now, you don't want much on, because you just need enough to hold it in place. And if you do get any residue, little bits of glue, it's just because you haven't waited long enough for the propellant to evaporate, but it will just rub off once your glitter paste has gone hard. So if I pop that on there, right, now, we're going to use the blue one. So I can pop this down here now that we can see the acetate. So we used that one before. Everybody wanted to see the blue one. And what we did say, Corinne, didn't we, is that you would use like a palette knife. Mm-hmm. However, if you don't have a palette knife, as we didn't have one here at the studio and we've both left ours at home, you're just going to use, I'm just using a bone folder here. Yep. So anything that's nice and smooth, and can you see, you take like it might be easier to see it from the front, you want like a nice little globule bit of this on here, and then you're just taking it and popping it into the edges like this.
Don't worry that you might be using too much because it'll just scrape back off, so don't think, oh yeah, I've used a lot. I mean, if you had a palette knife, it would be a little bit more flexible, but this does work because I did it this morning.
Yeah, I know. I came in and I said, oh, can I borrow your palette knife, Corinne? I've left mine at home. I've come straight, I literally came, I only got off a plane about 11 o'clock this morning. And she was like, oh no, I forgot mine as well. So both of us are improvising today. And do you know what? It works an absolute treat.
It certainly does.
So it just shows you if you don't have, because a lot of people who are, might be new crafters or things like that, might not have things like palette knives. It's not something that you would have unless you do a lot of work in mixed media.
Yep.
I bet our Jan's got a massive selection of them.
I bet she has.
Yeah.
Oh yes, she's in tomorrow. I'm presenting with our Jan in.
Oh, nice.
So that should be. And we've got Hunky Dory in tomorrow as well. Oh, I haven't seen Anne-Marie for ages. That'd be lovely.
So look at this. I've put all the excess into there, so you don't waste any at all.
Perfect.
So the excess goes into there, and then all you're going to do is you're going to lift this off. So we're going to take that off there. And can you see, you get left with just that lovely edge piece. Perfect.
Can I give a top tip? Because you've got that so thin, you need to clean your stencil quite quickly.
Yes, you're very right, because I didn't clean it quickly enough before. Do you want to just remind everybody what's in the bundle? Give me a couple of minutes to do that cleaning.
Yep. Right. So if you are after that bundle, then you are going to get, and you need to be quick because this is over half the stock has gone. You're going to get the corner die, the cut-in panel, the snowflake stamp and die, the stamp set, the A4 linen cardstock, which is the only place you can get the A4 linen from, the chunky glitter, the sequins, the ribbon, the shimmer sprays, 2 of, the iridescent glitter, the glitter paste, the gilding flakes, and you will get access to the 8x8 download. So you're going to get all of those in your collection. Right, just a quick one because something's come through. Sheila has said, is there any chance Sara or someone can let us know the topic of subscription box 52, which HSN is telling us ships on September the 2nd? Because they've not been able to get a response. Well, I can answer that because not only am I launching that on Hobby Maker, I'm coming here the next day and I'm launching it here. So I know all about Box 52. Box 52.
You know, Corinne, because I was trying to think and I couldn't remember off the top of my head.
I know. That's what I was just doing on my phone to get the right words. It is our embroidery dies.
Oh, yes.
Yes, now I've said that. Embroidery dies. So what this means is it's dies you put on your paper or whatever medium you want to, run it through your die cutting machine and it'll put all the little holes in for you to then go in and do your embroidery sewing onto. Absolutely gorgeous, something I've never seen before and absolutely fantastic. And they launch here, I think it's 19th of September in Hobby Maker, 20th here. I think that's the right way round. So I think it's the Monday and the Tuesday, so it'll be like that in September. But like you say, HSN, you are going to be getting those as your auto ship. Oh, I've got that right, 20th of September. If that's intrigued you, that is box 52. There we go. Oh, just a minute. So we've got some more comments. So Alison says, lovely show. Bought the kit on QVC, can't wait to try out Sara's ideas. There we go. And bless her, poor Susie is really struggling to keep up because she's answering comments over there and she's putting them on here because like I say, these are so busy. Request to bring back Halloween box. Apparently blue is the most popular favourite colour in the entire world. There we go. And that, you know, people are saying more crafters in the world now, so you means we can share our collections with more people, hence why we might need it bringing back. But yeah, that's absolutely perfect. So if you, after this, everything that you're seeing Sara use is in our Sparkle collection, £63.20 or $79.20, or you might want to add in some of these extras. These are your consumables, and this is, you know, these are the bits that you might use up. You're going to get your iridescent glitter. You're going to get your 2 sparkle sprays, which again you've seen Sara use. You're going to get your glitter paste, which you have just seen her use as well. And you're also going to get your gilding flakes. Do you need your tub of gilding flakes back?
I do. Do you know what? You've just read my mind.
There we go. While Sara's showing you the next bit, I'm going to sneak over. We seem to have lost a pack of the gilding flakes. We don't know where they go. There definitely was 2 this morning. Now we're down to 1. So I'm going to give these back to Sara, and she can update you on where she's got up to so far.
Couple of little tips. Do you want to see what I'm doing while she brings me gilding flakes over, right? So all I've been doing is, I couldn't, we're live on TV. I didn't have the patience currently to wait for all these to dry. So I'm spraying a few bits, I'm layering up. So I'm spraying a bit and then drying over the edge. So it just gives it like a nice effect. Can you see?
Yep.
So I'm doing that on all the corners to build up the blue. And then it's the same if you want to build a little bit more of the silver up, you can do. But look how fabulous that looks. And then you can just come in and clean it off the glass with a little, I've just got some little wipes on here. Right?
Works really well, doesn't it?
So that is looking lovely. Yeah? So what I'm going to do now, though, is kind of next level it with a little bit of gilding. I have cleaned up my stencil as well, by the way, before I get in trouble off anybody for not. She's putting me lids on me pot. It's like having me mummy looking after us, isn't it? Thank you.
I don't want it to dry out for you.
Yes, no, you're quite right. The pressure of live TV, guys, right? So look at this. Look, I've got a little bit of me glitter. Look, this is the one I got mess on before. So if I just pick up a little bit of the excess here, Corrine, look what I'm doing is I'm just going to add a little bit of this round the outside again and up the side of here. So a little bit like the technique you saw me doing earlier in the show, but adding a little bit more of it still. Yeah, I love the messy stuff like this. I don't get a chance to do much of this. Jan gets all of these type of ones on Crafters TV because she's like our resident in-house mixed media expert. So it's quite nice to be able to get a bit of a look in. Now you understand, you see, why I've come straight off the plane here, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. There we are. So I'm just having a quick look. I've had a question about our glitter paste. Are they water-based? I think they are water-based.
Yes.
Yes, they are. That's why you can clean up after them, and that's why your stencils clean up and your palette knife cleans up and everything else like that. So yes, they are. That was Anne. Anne said, are they water-based? Sarah Brown, thank you for your lovely comments about me presenting today. I love it. I love that we can... The opportunities coming over to Crafters Companion has given me, and you know what I mean? When they first asked me to do presenting, I was like, no. And you know what? After my first weekend, I was like, give me more shifts. I love the presenting. It's really, really great. So thank you for your lovely comments, Sarah. That was really lovely from you. Lovely message from Kathy saying she ordered the bundle and a few extra pieces. No, there aren't any spares left with all our subcontractors. They've all been allocated. But she wanted to send lots of love, and we say thank you so much, Kathy. We really appreciate it. Yeah, and she says your signature collections are all absolutely amazing and beautiful. So there we go, there we are.
I know we shouldn't have favourites, but I do love the Christmas ones. I have to say, I do. It's the time of year when I make the most projects. I wouldn't just say cards, I would say projects, because I do all sorts at Christmas, and I've been doing more and more of this kind of home decor type stuff, especially since we've had the gilding flakes in our collection. I don't know if any of you follow me over on Instagram, but I've done a couple of nice little projects with the gilding flakes on Instagram and 3D home decor. I had one go up this weekend just with playing on with the glue gun. So,
I saw that. Yeah. That was lovely with the pens over the top.
Yeah,
I really like that.
It's nice. I've been playing with our pens loads recently. So I've had there's quite a few projects going to be coming up with the pens actually. So
yeah, that was lovely.
Watch this space. Look at that. I love. Sorry, I keep moving out of shot. Poor Charlotte must be having an absolute mare today trying to chase me around the the counter. Look at that.
That works so well, doesn't it?
I'm loving doing all this kind of messy stuff. I mean, I am absolutely covered, but do not worry. As long as it's not on my dress, guys, I won't have too much of a stress, right?
No, perfect.
So you would shake all of these back into your pot, right? I'm just going to clean them up, ready to be able to finish the project up. Because look what I've got planned for the other half of the project. Here is the one where I've added the gilding paste on. This is the one I've left to dry. So here is the one that we've got just leaving to dry still. You can see it's exactly the same, just takes a little while to dry. Look at these. Now I picked these up on Amazon dead cheap. You get about 10 for a tenner, right? So they work out like about £1 or $1 each, and I've checked it's the same.
If you're gonna do Liam's blog, then you definitely need a set of those.
Want them, right? So all I do is get them and unwind them. I think did Craig say they're called worm lights or something? Is that just Craig's word for them? Or is that what they're actually called? So
I've never heard them that.
I use a load of these. We tried to source them, but believe it or not, we can't even buy them as cheap as what we can buy them on Amazon.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So I said to Leanne, "Oh, can we get our factories to make us some, and then we can add them into the collections and make them available for our customers." And Leanne was like, "It's cheaper to buy them on Amazon, Sarah." So I'll just be totally honest with you, it's cheaper for you to go and buy them on Amazon.
That's a long string. I've only ever seen them with 10 lights on before.
Really?
That is a long one.
And this one was like I say, a pack of 10 for $9.99. This was in the UK. I got this one. So, and I find it sometimes.
And what I love about these is if it's too long, you can trim them down, can't you?
Yeah.
Wow, that is.
I like to. I tell you what, I don't trim them down. I just wind them up.
Yeah.
So watch this. If I put this in here, right, that's going to fit in the back of there like that.
Perfect.
And then I am going to put I'm going to put this onto the back of here. So I just want the snow. Now I do have. Can you see that went right into the bottom?
Yeah.
This is going to lift up on these little bits here. So I need to stick this flat on here. Now, whenever you're doing sticking like that, guys, tacky glue is what you want, right? Because it's going to give you a lovely all-over background stick. So you want a little bit of tacky glue.
Just remember, guys, one of you who comments today is going to win this. So phenomenal opportunity.
No pressure, Sarah, but you have
no
to
pressure.
Do you know, I have felt that pressure in making it because I thought I have to get it absolutely perfect.
So have you glued down your acetate?
I haven't. However, I might just put a couple of tiny little bits. I might put a tiny little bit of tacky around the outside. Now, obviously, it's going to dry clear.
And that's going to be that's behind the lip of the frame at the front.
Lip. So
I see, yeah.
Even if a little bit spills out like it has done here, right, doesn't matter because it will dry clear, right? So here we go. Where is my edge? So I'm going to need to leave this coming out. So that we want that to come out, we're going to leave it to about here, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm literally just going to pile these up.
Oh, nothing technical, like sticking them down or anything like that?
Just going to pile them all up. And once I've got them all piled up, and then I'm going to stick, oh, here we go.
Now I know why you've got a really long string of lights.
Yes, looks better, doesn't it?
It does.
And then that's, oh, and my little ledger piece, so that whoever gets it might want to hang it up. Like that. I'll have to sign the back, won't I?
You will.
Right.
You need another pair of hands.
I do, don't I? Come on, you're right, I do need another pair. You're going to have to come over here.
Do you want me to come over? Right, you hold it down. I'm coming over.
She's coming, right. Okay.
Right, just
I'll hold it all in.
Yep.
You come in. There, she's on.
There we go.
Go in. Go in.
I didn't get your fingers today.
No, not yet. There's still time. Oh, she's got... Yes. Now, should we have a check before we do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Nice.
Teamwork.
Right, there we go.
There we go.
And the dream work over there. Perfect. Thank you very much,
my
dear.
pleasure.
You can be relieved of duties now. And then this here, I'm just going to stick this on the back. Now, you can just stick it down with tape, but you know what will be absolutely perfect? Nice big glob.
Can I tell you the funniest comment I've seen all day?
Go on.
Fred171 says, oh, I shouldn't laugh. Maybe if I used my credit card with a paste, I would not spend so much on the Crafters Companion website.
If I use my credit card with the paste?
You know, as a palette knife.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, that's what. As long as you can still read the number, I don't mind.
I think that was following a comment from Alison. Alison said an old credit card works well with glitter paste, and Fred said if they use theirs, I've not spent so much. Wow, Sarah, that is absolutely beautiful.
And I just think it looks lovely with the gilding flakes around the outside.
Yeah.
You've really got to say, oh, can we
It's
turn
very
the lights
soft.
down?
You know when
you... Oh, the light there. Now you can see that little bit of gilding, the gilding flakes around the outside.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I love the colours. It's really soft and gentle, isn't it? Yeah, beautiful.
Right, I'm going to have to tidy up and get cracked on.
Okay.
I'm going to get another couple of demos done.
Okay,
I'm
right.
Going to have to get speeded along, aren't I?
Very, very quickly then. So many questions and comments. Kim says, anyone else head spinning more than if it were a Sarah's cartload? Take all the requests as a compliment, Sarah. People obviously love your signature collections. Mary Pat 1000 said this collection is a huge hit. Miriam says it's the glitter paste that she's most excited about. That jumped up, there's more coming in. Sarah said, loving this collection. I've never really bought a whole collection since joining in lockdown, but this has me hooked and I've ordered everything. And thank my lucky stars that I have it. Kate says, absolutely loving the technique demos. Oh, dear me. And the inspirational designs. The collection is gorgeous and I've bought multiples of everything for friends too. Well, you're a good friend. Will you be my friend? I want to be your friend, Kate, please. Oh, and you can emboss this stencil too. Sold out, but yes, if you got it, yeah. So, Card Crafty Tammy said, I've been waiting for Winter Sparkle to be available and I feel so blessed to order what I could. Thank you. Bubble and Squeak said, is that a piece of ordinary black foam or something special you rub over the gilding flakes, please?
It's special and it's the thing that comes in the kit.
Yeah, it's not foam, it's quite airy.
Dense, isn't it?
Yeah, very dense. It's a special one. Card Crafty Tammy says, thank you for the top tips, Sarah. Such a pretty deco piece. And Stamp in Hand says, I'm definitely trying this demo. Well, if you've got the collection, you can, and really you don't need an expensive frame. Cheaper the better, because you're just going to paint and spray and spritz and put gilded flakes all over it. So really you can buy the cheapest frame that you can get. Oh wow, and then loads more. Absolutely stunning. This is gorgeous. And everyone said that would be a wonderful gift. Everyone will marvel. So many comments. Now, you're only going to be able to do that if you buy the elements from this collection. But before we have a quick look back at the Sparkle collection, we're going to just remind you about the vellum. Now, I don't think we've really shown you much with the vellum today, but even though we've not really shown you any demos with it, this has just gone limited stock. So that means less than 10%, I believe that's right, less than 10%, so 90% of this has gone. Let me just show you. Oh, just so that you can know, because I've just peeled this by accident, all your vellum, your acetate, sorry, has a film over. That's just a transit film, just to protect it so it doesn't get scratched. So make sure you peel that off, because if I show you, let me just show you. There we go, let me show you the difference. When you look at it like that, it looks lovely, but it's a little bit foggy until you take the film off. And then, can you just see the difference side by side? It just makes it, let me just, going the wrong way. Can you see how it really makes it pop where I've just peeled it off? Really does make a difference. So you're going to get 6 sheets of the acetate. I can't even think what my words are. Those are acetate. And then you're going to get 6 sheets of the vellum. And each of them you're getting 2 designs and you're going to get 3 of each. But remember, that is limited stock. So if you do want that, you're going to have to be super quick. I'll put that back in the packet. So the other things you can only get individually are your snowflake flurry. 3 dies, giving you the 3 different size snowflakes. So that is available today individually. So if you want to add that in, that is $7.99 or $10.36 if you're a platinum member. Then the other die that again is only available individually is your glistening border. This is beautiful. Are you going to have it down the edge of your card? Are you going to have 2 side by side as a gatefold? Is it going to be the edge of your box? Is it going to be, the lid of your box? How are you going to use it? Glistening border. £4.79 or $6.36. Crazy. 2% of the stock. doesn't even say limited stock up there. It's gone so quick we haven't even been able to put limited stock up there. 2%, not much at all. And then the final one that we can show you are the charms. Now remember I said these are working out at 40 pence or 55 cents per charm, because you're going to get 10 in your pack. Look, 10 in your pack. So if you want these, I would really recommend multi-ordering those, because you will kick yourself once they're gone. And breathe. Right, and then if you want, this is our main bundle. This is our Sparkle, Winter Sparkle collection. So you've got dies, you've got paper pads, you've got embellishments, you've got your consumables, they're all in here. You're going to get your corner die, your cut-in panel, your snowflake stamp and die, your stamp set, your A4 linen card that can't be bought elsewhere, your chunky glitter, your 50 grams of sequins, your 3 different ribbons, your 2 shimmer sprays, your pot of iridescent glitter, your glitter paste, in 2 colours, your gilded flakes, they're silver, and you'll get access to that 8x8 download as well. So you're going to get those backing papers in there. Absolutely gorgeous. Everybody is loving these. So many people have put the order in. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, good question before you start your next demo.
Go on.
Sarah, what was the very first Sarah signature collection you did?
It was a butterfly collection. I can't remember what it was called.
But it was butterflies.
But it had a lovely butterfly, and then a butterfly embossed and folded with the gap to go in the middle, and the papers, and
you can remember
it now. Yeah, I think I've done over 40 different Sarah signature collections over the last 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Perfect, perfect. Right, okay. What are you going to show us now?
Okay, so we're going right off the wall again. I just figured let's go different to cards. I've done a couple of cards in the first half of the show. I wanted to go projects now. My kids love jigsaw puzzles. And if you've got any of our jigsaw dies, these are brilliant to do. If not, coming up later today on Monday Makers, so it's actually on the show as well, we've got a fantastic deal on the jigsaw dies. So if you're like me and you love to make puzzles, this is brilliant. Look what I've done with this one. I've taken a picture of the kids. This is when we went to Lapland to visit Santa Claus. And what I thought I'd do is I'd make it into a jigsaw, but you know how it's easy when you're looking for the straight pieces to go around the outside? Do you know what I thought I'd do? Is I'd gild around the outside.
Oh, wow.
All right? So
you're going to gild this before you make it into a jigsaw?
I am.
Wow.
Right, so again, just a little bit of glue, and I'm just popping round the outside. Now, it's probably a little bit easier for me to see, and I'm trying to put a little bit of this on so that it's easier to dry.
Yeah.
Right? So all the way around the outside.
The children look so little there.
Do you know, this was, what, 3 years ago? It was probably a little bit, our Charlie was a little bit young for us to have taken him to Lapland, if I'm being totally honest. However, I got it into my head that I was taking the kids to see Santa Claus, and then there was no stopping us. So our poor little Charlie, I think he was about 18 months old. Oh no, he must have just turned 2. And you know, because it's so cold over there, Corrine, you basically have to keep moving.
Yeah.
But because he was so little, we kept picking him up to carry him. And the guy was saying, no, put him down, because if he's not moving, he's not generating enough body heat.
Right.
And then he'll get cold.
Oh, bless.
So, you know, you just want to cuddle them because they're so small. But, yeah, it was the best trip we've ever had, I think.
Brilliant.
It was just, the kids absolutely loved it. So, and it's up in Sara is the name of the place where we went. So it's right up into the Arctic Circle. It's almost as far north as they've got inhabitants.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it was quite exciting, let me tell you this. And we had to go and search for Santa Claus in the forest. So we had to go right through the forest for ages looking for Santa Claus. So when they finally found him, they were quite excited. They found some naughty elves outside of his cabin. and then Santa Claus was there.
How lovely.
So, there we go. And look at that, I managed to do all that talking whilst I was still doing me glue application.
Multitasking.
Which is a wonder for me, as you all know. Right, and then again, I'm just going to dry it off a little bit so that it's tacky, but not dry.
Yeah.
So it was quite...
Isn't it wonderful how you get these new collections, and when you get them, it reinvigorates old collections. Like, you know, these jigsaws are a couple of months old now, but then you bring out the gilded flakes from this, and it just makes you makes you look back at things that you've already got and reuse them, and I think that's what a sign of a good collection is, when it makes you start looking at other things that you've already got.
Well, that's what I thought would be really nice for people, is to just think about how do we use this with either things we've got lying around the home, or how do you take it outside of your car? Because at Christmas, like I said to you, I do a lot more than just card making. I do all the teacher gifts at Christmas, and I just think things like the little jigsaws would be really nice teacher gifts that you could make at Christmas too. Or gifts for grandparents, or, you know, whatever it is, it's just nice to do that, something a little bit different. And with the gilding flakes, the sky's the limit when it comes to different projects that you might want to do. Now, can you see how much? I mean, I've done quite a few big projects here over the course of the show, and you can see how much of the gilding flakes I've used even just in the show. So this might be one of those ones that, you know, there's a reason why we've done an extras pack of the consumables, as it was.
I mean, you've not been as careful with them as you would be if you were at home. Just because
you
time.
want to see me? I'm that person at home. I don't do it when the kids are around. I've got all the stuff. Yeah. So whereas actually here I've had to just go with it as much as we can, because I've had to be rushing for the show. But there you can see I've got the gilding flakes all the way around the outside.
Yeah, perfect.
And then you're going to let that go off. Now do let the glue dry, right? So I've got one here that I've already prepped where I've let the glue dry, so that it's totally, and let it dry overnight, I think is the best, before you go and send it through.
It really is important, isn't it?
It is, because you don't want to be smudging your glue as you're going through. And then watch this, you see, this will go all the way around the outside, and I'm just capturing that little bit of silver all the way around the outside as we go, okay? So if I take that, just hold it in place with a little bit of tape, and I'm going to go and send this. Now I'm going to try and send it through without the metal shim, and see if we can get it to cut fine in the Gemini. If not, I can always add the metal in there. But you shouldn't think, because it's a multimedia die, only need this clear frosted shim and then the clear plate on the top.
But you're not doing it are you not doing it on board, are you? It's only the photograph.
Yes, sorry, I've printed it and stuck it onto a piece of board.
Oh, it was stuck onto board. Sorry, I didn't see.
I like my kids call them proper jigsaws. Basically, the kids had me making every picture they ever drew into a jig. They used to just do a few scribbles and they'd say, can you make it into a jigsaw, Mummy? So I was just sticking them onto cardboard, just, you know, cardstock to make it a little bit easier. And all I got was, can you make it into a proper jigsaw, Mummy? So all I would say is, if your kids are like mine, let's have a look. I'm going to add it through an extra time with the metal shim just to give it a really good cut. If your kids are like mine, not easily fooled, then just get some of the extra mount board, guys. If you need to make proper jigsaws, then the mount board will enable you to make proper jigsaws. And we've actually got a buy one get one free on the mount board only for today.
Oh, there we go. Two-piece collection, normally $15.98. You're going to get that today for $7.99 or $9.95. That's 40 sheets, apparently. That's a lot of mount board. That's 50p a sheet.
That's the actual one in the 5x7, so that's the one that I'm using here today. But we do the same in all the different sizes of mount board, so basically you can stock up on absolutely everything. Look at this, how good does that look when you do all of this with the individual pieces around the outside?
Perfect.
I just think it's so nice as well. Having the little bit of silver around the outside is something that you wouldn't see on a regular jigsaw.
No, not at all.
So it just kind of enables you to take it to that next level. So I'm going to pop all of these out. And then if you get your pen and pencil out, I'm going to give you the sizes for how we make it. Well, I'm going to make it with you. But this is worth making a note of if you like to do jigsaws, how we do a jigsaw slider box, as it was. So I'm going to do a jigsaw slider box for everyone to keep all your little jigsaw pieces in.
You were keeping those so neatly in place.
I was, and now I've just got it, and now I'm like, whatever. I know the kids are going to enjoy putting together when we get there, right? So I now need a little box to put all of this in, right? So we're going to do the box. So let me just pop the jigsaw to one side. I will pop you up on there to keep you all together nicely. Oh, it's stressing me out, all this mess. I'm no good. Our Jana always has a messy top when she's working with mixed media, but I can't be no good for me. Right, so the jigsaw was 5x7, Corrine.
Yep.
So what I want to do is I want to make a box that is 5x7, but an inch deep. So if you think it needs to go down an inch, along 5 and up an inch, and it's going down an inch, along 7 and up an inch. So if it's a 5x7, you need to go 7 by 9.
Yeah, can understand that. That
Right.
makes logical sense.
So, and I always like to explain it so that everybody understands kind of where I'm coming from and how I'm getting to that, right? So, oh, it's just all the guillotines down
You
here.
don't need to do any extra. So you've got 5 by 7, you don't go an extra 1/4 of an inch or...
No, not if you're going to use the boxer, right?
Right.
So, 9 by 7. Right, so exactly 9 by 7.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my boxer board and we're going to use box lid. Right, it's really important when you're doing the inside piece of the box, you've got to do box lid. I do not appear to have a scoring tool, so we'll just use the bone folder that we had, missing out the top. And I'm going to go 1 inch on all 4 sides.
Perfect.
Right? So that is going to give me the inside of the box.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you want to, you can either understand what I'm doing or you can just make a note. If you're just making a note, then what you're going to do is you're going to be cutting this to 9 by 7. Cutting it to 9 by 7 using 1 inch on all 4 sides.
Yeah.
That'll give you an exact 5 by 7 box lid. Or as we're going to do, we're going to do a slider box, and this will be the inside of the slider box. So you cut all the 4 little corners out to the inside, and then once you've cut the inside corners, you're going to use, now you can either use, if you're using our tape, that's fine guys. If you're using any other type of tape, that's really not fine because it's not going to be strong enough to hold your box together. So anything else I would just say use something like a tacky glue. But if you're using our tape, it's absolutely fine, right? So all 4 corners, and that'll give you the box base. Now, when you come to want to do the wrap for the box, right, we're going to wrap all the way around, which means we need a piece of card that is as deep as this, which is 7 inches, right? So I'm going to get my A3 card, and I'm going to cut it, a little bit too long at the moment, so I'm just going to trim a little bit off the bottom, and I'm going to cut it to 7 inches wide, right? And that's going to wrap, still going to have to cut a bit more. Oh, I'm just doing this fast, guys. You will take your time when you do it at home, and you'll probably do it. What did I say we're doing it to? 5 inches wide.
All right.
Sorry, no, you're right. 7.
7.
So we want to wrap round that way, don't we? Yeah. So 7 inches wide. And it doesn't matter how long it is. You'll understand why in a second, right? So can you see that's the depth that we need of the box. So here's what you do. You use box base, really important. Just going to have a little look, see if I haven't got my scoring tool, because I really like to have them accurate scoring tools. Nope, we will find one.
Is there one in my craft bag?
That's what I just thought. I'd have a little nosy in here. I tell you what, look at this. Look what I found in the corner. Yes, right.
That's mine.
It's nice to use this because they're really accurate. Right. You must use box base. Really important, right? So we're going to go into the corner. And we're going to do ourselves a little glue and flap first, Corinne. I'm going to go half an inch. I'm going to fold that over, crease it. That's my little glue and flap. Double it back on itself, back up against the edge, right?
Right, yeah.
Then we need to go up an inch, right? So you score at 1 inch, except it isn't really 1 inch. Don't know why I always whisper this like it's a secret. It's 1 inch plus a little bit. Your box base is 1 inch plus a little bit. Right?
So that's why you're folding it and butting back up to the...
Don't ever go, what, because from 1 inches to 2 inches, it's still only 1 inch. It's the extra little bit is only at the beginning. So that's why I'm always folding and butting. So you go right up to the edge.
Makes a lot more sense.
So you go up 1 inch, and then this is 5 inches wide, isn't it? So we come along to 5.
Yeah.
You go along at 5. Don't be tempted to do 6, because it won't be right.
You need to fold it over.
Yep. So we're going to fold that over. We're going to butt it up against the edge. We're going to go down 1 inch. Yep, so that's my little inch there. Right. I'm going to score that.
It's about trusting in the process and doing it right, isn't it?
I think it's just knowing this technique. A lot of people might not know this is how you do a slider box. And then we're going to go along 5 inches. I tell you what, I've cut mine a little bit rough there, but because I was just going quickly for the TV, I was a little bit panicked. But can you see it's going to fit on here? Absolutely perfect, right? Now, when you're doing this, a couple of tips, always tape to tape. So we're always going to have tape on here, and if you think that folds round and connects to that edge there, so you put tape onto there, right? And then the other thing is always make it around the box so that you know it fits, right? So that is going to go around that box. So now you've got the slider box that fits inside.
Wow, perfect.
Right? So that's all, but you're always using that inch plus a little bit. So that is going to be exactly the right size to put our little jigsaw pieces in there like that, right? And now all I'm going to do is that I'm going to put a nice little card on the top. So I think I've got my card piece already cut. Yeah, I have, watch this. So what I've done is, I've done a tent fold card, 5x7, right? I've scored that in the middle so that that's going to step up, and then we put another 5x7 on the front of here, and that'll make an easel card to go on the front. Now when I do my little jigsaw keepsake boxes, I always do them with little easel cards on the top, so that when you're, or when the kids or whoever it is using these, they can actually see, they can prop it up and see the picture of the jigsaw that they're making. Because that really winds me up, Corrine, when I'm doing a jigsaw puzzle and I have to stand the front of the box up so I can see it.
No, that's absolutely fine. It works really well that way, doesn't it?
So I was jigsaw puzzling all weekend until we've been on holiday. We've been totally chilled. Right.
Weren't you jigsaw puzzling in Monopoly?
Jigsaw puzzling, Monopoly, and we've been doing a little bit of all sorts. You know what I'm like. I like to always have a bit of a chill. Right. I'm going to start decorating, Corrine.
Okay.
I'm very conscious of the fact that
I know.
You've got a vote
so we'll
to do,
do that,
you've got
and
the day to do everything.
And then we will, because we've got to do the vote of the show and find out who is going to win that frame as well. Lots and lots of lovely comments. Yeah, so many comments. Someone said, did you see that Ben won Demo of the Month yesterday?
Did I see? How could we miss it?
Yes,
That's all he's talked about on his social media.
Yes, he did mention it once or twice. Yes, there we go. Absolutely. Right, so if you're loving this, then you want this deal. Might not be a lot of chance. How much is gone, sorry? Over 70%. So we're not going to be long off calling Winter Sparkle. We're not going to be long off calling limited stock on the Winter Sparkle collection. I got those totally the wrong way around. So if you want this, if you want the corner die, the cut-in panel, the snowflake stamp and die, the stamp set, the A4 linen, cardstock, the chunky glitter, the sequins, the ribbon, the shimmer spray, the iridescent glitter, the glitter paste, the gilding flakes, and the 8x8 download. Once you've downloaded it, it's yours for life. So as soon as you get it, make sure you download it, then it is yours and you don't need to worry about it expiring. Save it onto your computer. Answers a question for somebody. There you go. If you want that today, your platinum price right down there, £63.20 or $79.20. But if you just want the 4 consumables, I only have 3 because somebody's borrowed one of mine. You will have the gilding flakes, and you'll also have the shimmer sprays. Oh, and you'll have the iridescent glitter, and you'll have the glitter paste. Right, I need to grab the finished sample. I'm coming over. Sorry, I'm coming over behind you.
You've got to take this one into consideration because it's really good, guys.
How many have we done?
Let me finish. Right, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the one in the back there's have been going.
3. Right. Okay.
Right, apparently we're having a really quick vote.
Yeah.
So obviously the one that I'm doing here is going to be the jigsaw puzzle. Right?
Yeah.
So if you want the jigsaw puzzle, which is going to have a little stand on the front with the knife, if I show you my little picture, the picture's going to go on the front here. Right? So
there we are.
That's going to be number 4.
Right, that's going to be number 4. So we also have, I'm back, number 1, which is that first one, if you remember, still using the stencil, using the white gilding paste and the edger die, absolutely gorgeous. That's number 1. Number 2 was using that snowflake die, absolutely beautiful. You can still get that in the Winter Sparkle collection. Number 3 was that frame, which is somebody is going to win that. Absolutely perfect. And number 4 is the jigsaw die. 1, 2, 3 or 4. Now you really, really will have to be quick because we're down to the last 2 minutes. So if you do want to vote, please do. And if you do vote, that gives you a chance to win the frame as well. So double reason for yourselves to be voting. Now, snowflake flurry die, you've seen it quite a lot today. It's gone, I'm afraid. That one is our latest sellout. So if you've got that, well done for you. So yeah, Oh, and so many comments, absolutely perfect. The vellums and acetates, that is our next one. That is limited stock too. £10.39 or $11.96. So it's less than £1 a sheet on those. 6 vellums, 6 acetates, all pre-printed with those details. Absolutely perfect. So where are we going to look for now? The glistening border, right, that's the other one of it. Now, very, very limited on this. I think we're seeing a theme here, aren't we? Sold out, limited, limited. This is a glistening border, nearly all gone. I mean, that price down there, £4.79, $6.36. It is the most exquisite border. You could even be cutting some of these snowflakes out if you wanted to. Layer them up, spritz them, use them as a stencil. So many ways to use that. So there we have that. Now, everyone is saying, love the jigsaw demo, great gift, what a perfect gift for grandparents, and loving how to show how to do that extra. Wow, you're so fast. That's impressive.
You've got to be. I've got Charlotte and tell me we've got a minute to go. But then, I hope you all understood how to do the box. If not, it's a really nice thing to be able to come and watch back in this show, isn't it?
Yeah. There we go. Right, have we got a winner? I'm not seeing a winner, but I do have a winner for the frame, and the frame is going to Amanda Rastovsky. I hope I've said that right, and I apologise if I haven't. Amanda, you are going to win this. So hopefully, you need to just drop your email, an email to prizes@crafterscompanion.com. We will then get your name and address, and we will make sure this is sent out to you. So I'm going to turn the lights out, Amanda, so that it is there's some battery left for you. So I'll turn that off. Now, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Demo of the show goes to, which one do you reckon?
Me jigsaw.
No, number 3.
Well, it's a good job. I had a spare one, isn't it?
You
yes.
did. We will send this one. This is the one that will go out to Amanda, and the spare one will go on the shelf towards demo of the day later. Well, thank you. That has been a fantastic show. When are you next back in, Sarah?
This time next week. So next Monday, I'm back with you again.
That would be brilliant. So, yes, we'll wait and see what that is. That's not with me. I'm back later with Monday Makers with Becky. Let's hope she remembers to wake up and she pops back in, or I'll be ringing Sarah and say, come back, come back. So it's been absolutely lovely to have you with us. I'm sorry it's been so frenetic, but it's just been so, so busy, so, so popular. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I hope you've really loved all the top tips and techniques that we've been able to show you today with this beautiful, beautiful collection. If you haven't got it yet, it's over 70% gone, so make sure you jump on and get it, because I don't think it's going to be there for very much longer. But thank you for joining us. I'll be back in just under 2 hours at 6 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. on the East Coast, and we're going to be back with Monday Makers. So until then, bye for now.